Ashraf. Before him was Simon.
Alright, here we have Ashraf.
Before him was Damon. Before him was David.
So doing a good job with extending forward. Your legs and hips are in a pretty good position. They're not too low. And you're doing a pretty good job with rotation. So there's a few things that you might want to think about. One is that you're definitely finishing the strokes early. So when you're pushing through, you're bringing your hands out around your hips, and ideally you would push a little further back, so pretty much as far back as your arm extends. When you're extending or reaching forward, you're sort of reaching right to the middle of like the midpoint of your body, or right in front of your head, and the ideal spot is to reach off the side a little bit, so your left arm stays just off the left a little and your right arm stays off the right a little. It's a minor thing, but when you start your stroke from off the side a bit, you are able to get a stronger pull if you're using your lats, and you know that goes kind of hand in hand with doing a high elbow catch and all that good stuff. So we'll talk about that when you see the underwater section. So here you can see where your hands are entering and going right in front. What that causes is a little bit of a side-to-side wiggle as well in your torso and your hips. It's really not bad for you, but so this would be a minor thing to fix. But that left arm for sure is going all the way across. The right arm's not as bad. You see how that left arm entering and going almost to the other side of your body. You look pretty comfortable breathing. Your head sometimes is all the way underwater. You want to keep that a little more even so that your head stays right at the one level. And now when you're turning to breathe, you're bringing your head out of the water a little more than you need to. So practice letting your ear or your shoulder kind of rub letting your shoulder rub your ear, and that initiates you turning to breathe. And try not to raise your head up when you breathe, so you just really roll to the side. So now talking about your pulling technique here. With your left arm, you got more or less what I would call a straight arm pull, meaning that your arm kind of pulls down and then back. At the end of the video, there's a frame by frame, so you can see in slow motion what's going on. And you do have elements of the high elbow catch, or that early vertical forearm that we talked so much about in class. With your right arm, that's more of an elbow slip, so your elbow's leading the stroke back. What that means is that you're not getting much traction with your hand and forearm. Something else you can notice there is that your kick, there's not a whole bunch of knee bend in your kick, so you're moving your legs, but you're not creating much thrust right there. So the kick initiates in your hip and then is like kicking a soccer ball with your foot. So that's really where you get the power, is with the snap of your foot. See how there's very little bend there. And then here we got front view, so you can see the line you're pulling back. So the line you're pulling back is fine. The thing that I would work on is where your hand extends to. So left hand extending in front of the left shoulder, right hand extending in front of the right shoulder. Okay, so frame by frame on your left arm. So reaching forward pretty well, maybe a little too much in front of your head. Rotation is okay here. You might want to be able to turn a little more to the side, so pushing through on that shoulder, and then starting the pull and the catch. And then in this next frame right here, you can see that's getting a pretty good high elbow. If you could do that earlier, that'd be better. But then as you pull through the stroke, your elbow is leading the stroke back a bit. So that left arm is a combo of a bit of straight arm at the beginning, getting some high elbow catch in the middle, and then elbow slipping towards the end. So lots of one arm drill. maybe some fist drill, getting the tech paddles would be helpful. Your right arm reaching forward, better rotation on this side, and then starting with a pull down, and then here the elbow starts to lead back, and what you would want to see there is your hand and forearm basically vertical, relative to the bottom of the pool, and you didn't really get that until towards the end of the stroke. So I hope that all helps. Thanks.